back to my channel. My name is Brenda. This is B.Y.C Crochet, and today we are doing a tutorial on this beginner-friendly filet blanket. This is a blanket that I just recently completed for Boggy Creek, and many of you guys have asked if I could do a tutorial, so here we are. It is super easy, it is super nice, it's very quick, so let's get started. Okay guys, so you can use for this project, of course, for anything you want to do with this particular stitch, just the yarn that you want. Make sure you use the hook that is recommended. If you go with a bigger size hook, it'll just be drapier project, but basically you can use any kind of yarn and any kind of hook that you would prefer. The count for this project is going to be a count of 8 plus 6. So I'm going to go ahead and do a total of 16 plus 6. Okay guys, I got my 16 chains here, and I'm going to do 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, the chain count is multiples of 8 plus 6. We're going to begin with doing a double crochet on the 6th chain from the hook. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to skip 1 and then do another double crochet on the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, and a double crochet on the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, and a double crochet on the next chain. Chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet on the next chain. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet on the next chain. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet on the next chain. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet on the next chain. Let's get some yarn going here. And finally chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet on the very last chain. This yarn is very soft and sleek. It's a baby yarn, acrylic yarn. It feels almost like cotton, but it's really acrylic, and it's very slick. So this is what your first row is going to look like, little boxes. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn our work, and this is what I do. I do a stacked single crochet. So I go in, single crochet, then I go into this little loop right here, pull up another loop, single crochet, then we're going to chain 1. We always begin with a box. So we're going to skip the first chain that we're working on. We're going to skip the chain space, and in the next double crochet right above it, we're going to do a double crochet. Now we're going to do a total of 7 double crochets. Let me pull more yarn, guys. We're going to do a total of 7 double crochets. The first one though is in the first right above the first double crochet. Each row is going to start with a box, and it's going to end with a box. Okay, so now we're going to do another double crochet, but we're going to do it in the chain space. That's 2. Then the third one is going to be above the other double crochet. That is 3. Then again in the chain space, that's 4. Then on top of the next one, that is 5. Then in the chain space again, that is 6. And finally on top of the next double crochet, that is 7. So we're going to do a total of 7 double crochets back to back. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, starting with this first double crochet, and then in the chain space, double on the double crochet, then in the chain space, on the double crochet, in the chain space, and finally on the double crochet. Okay, all the clusters of 7 continuous double crochet will always end on top of a double crochet. Okay, now we're going to do a chain 1. We're going to skip the chain space, and in the next double crochet we're going to do a double crochet. So we've given that space, we have a space here, a space here. Now we're going to do the 7 double crochets just like we did right here. Okay, so this is 1, then we'll do 2, the second one on the chain space, we'll do 3 on top of the next double crochet, we'll do 4 in the chain space, 5, 6, and finish on top of this double crochet as your seventh double crochet. So let's get that going. So that's 2, that is 3, that is 4, that is 5, that is 6, and 7. Now we're going to chain 1, and on the top of this beginning chain 3 space, we are going to do a double crochet. I'm going to skip a chain, and on this one we're going to go ahead and do a double crochet. Okay, so as you see, we start with a box, end with a box, and we have a box in the middle. Now this can be as long as you want or as short as you want. If you want a big blanket, you just continue doing the multiples of 8 plus 6. And if you want to do something like a very light washcloth or something, if this is what the pattern you want to choose, then you can do multiples of 8. Let's say 3 times. That's what 3 times 8 is 24, plus the additional 6. So I mean, this is perfect for any kind of project that you may want. So once again, we're going to turn our work, and we're going to do a stacked single crochet. This is my new favorite way of starting projects, the rows, only because I think it gives me a better place to start. Then we're going to chain 1. Again, we're going to skip this chain 1 space, and then we're going to do a double crochet on the next double crochet. Like I mentioned earlier, every row is going to start with a box, and every row is going to end with a box. Okay, and then you're going to have the boxes that are in between the clusters of 7 double crochets. Now, this being our foundation row, then row number 1, row number 3. This is a 4-row repeat. So this is number 1, this is number 2. On row number 3, what you're going to do is you're going to do 3 double crochets on top of the bottom double crochets. Then you're going to do chain 1, skip 1, and then 3 more double crochets, and you should end up right where this box is. Okay, so we've already done 1. Let's do 2 more. Two, 3, chain 1. Let me get more yarn. We're going to do it with the chain 1. We're going to skip 1 and double crochet on the next chain with a next stitch, which is right above that next double crochet. Then we're going to do 3 more. We have 1, 2, and 3. So it should be a total of 3. I'm sorry if I said 3 more. It should be a total of just 3. So we had the box and the beginning box, 1, 2, 3. Another box, 1, 2, 3. We're going to do a chain, skip 1, double crochet, a total of 3. Again, we're going to repeat that same pattern. Chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet, a total of 3. And we're going to finish with a chain 1 and double crochet on top of that stacked single crochet. I'm a pretty tight crocheter, guys, so I do apologize. So we have once again ended with a box. So once again, to reiterate or go back on row number 3, we started with the box, 3 consecutive double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, 3 consecutive double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, 3 consecutive double crochets, chain 1, skip 1, 3 consecutive double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet in the last stitch. Okay, we're going to turn our work around. Once again, I'm going to do a stack double crochet. Once again, it's a stack single crochet, sorry. Do a single crochet on the first stitch. Go into this loop right here, pull up a yarn, and then through 2, chain 1, because we're making the first box. Okay, so now we've created the first box. Now what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate row number 2. So we're going to do 7 consecutive double crochets. 1, which we did, will be 2, 3, 4 will be inside this box, 5, 6, 7. Then we'll create another box and we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we'll finish by creating another box. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that together. So we got 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one is inside this box, chain 1 space, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Do you see the box already? You see the design as it takes shape? Now we're going to chain 1, skip 1, and we're going to do 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, the fourth one in the chain space, 5, whoops, 6, and 7. We will do chain 1 and create the last box. There we go. Okay. So as you can see, you can start seeing the pattern coming to life. We have the boxes all the way in the bottom, all the way to the left, all the way on the right, the center, just that little hole there in the middle, and you have all your double crochets lined up. Now the final row closes this out, which is going to be another row just like the first row. So you have row number 1, row number 2, row number 3, and then you repeat row number 2, and then you repeat row number 1. And that is the full cycle of the stitch pattern. So you start with row number 1 and you end with row number 1. So we're going to turn. Once again, we'll do a stacked single crochet, chain 1, because we start with a box every time. But on this particular row, we're going to finish with boxes just like the first row. So we're going to do chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, and we're going to do that across the entire piece. Okay, so we're going to do chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. You should be aligning too with the boxes you already have down below. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. You see how the boxes are aligning? Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. If you're hearing my tummy, guys, I'm hungry. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Oops. Chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet. I like to put my stitch in here. I find that it's a little bit sturdier. Not as easy to get into, but okay. So we have all our boxes and we have our pattern. You see the pattern come to life now, right? So basically it's you continue the same pattern. You turn. Now that you've completed this row here, now you go to row number 2, row number 3, and then row number 4, and you want to finish your entire piece with row number 1. I think it gives it the best finish when it starts and it ends with the boxes. But that is totally up to you and your preference. If you run out of yarn before then and you just want to finish with row number 1, 2, 3, 4, it's up to you. I would recommend that you always end with the same row number 1, but once again, that is totally up to you. So that's basically where we are now. When you go back, you do your stacked single crochet or your chain 3, however you want to do it, and now you go back and you do row number 2 all over again, which is basically doing your crochet. You're gonna skip your first box. You know what, let's go ahead and no. Remember to chain 1 to create that first box. And now you're going to do 7 consecutive double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then you're going to do chain 1, skip 1, creating a box. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then chain 1, skip 1, creating a box, and we're going to finish the row with a box. So I'm going to try to finish this next few rows, and if you guys want to follow me or slow down the video, you're welcome to do that. Now we're going to do the next row, which is row number 3, and that is a box, 3 consecutive double crochets, a box, 3 consecutive double crochets, a box, 3 consecutive double crochets, a box, 3 consecutive double crochet, and you finish the row with a box. Remembering that each row begins and ends with a box. You'll notice the boxes are aligning. Whoops. I skipped over too many double crochets. Now we're gonna end up, I'm gonna end the last row with the beginning row. That is my recommendation. Again, it gives it a much better finish, but it's totally up to you guys. Once again, it is lined, those spaces are lined. Alright guys, so here we go. This is the final sample. Let me get this out of here. And there you go. So you can use this particular pattern in any project you would like. It works up super nice, super fast, very easy. It's perfect for your warmer climates since it is quite airy and it's got all this filet work that just makes it all that much lighter. And if you go with an even bigger hook than what the yarn calls for, you'll be sure to even make it even more drapier and lighter for those warmer weather climates, if that's what you're looking for. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. This is once again just a beginner friendly filet style pattern stitch that can be used for blankets, washcloth, any kind of project that you would like. Again, the stitch count is multiples of 8 plus 6. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and if you would like to see any more tutorials. Thank you so much. I hope you have a blessed day. From the Yarny Cave, peace. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.